If you think about the growth of craft beer, it's still relatively new, and it began in 1976 when Jimmy Carter changed the laws to allow home brewing to be legal. That really was the beginning of your first craft brewers. From about 76, 78, Charlie Papazian got on the scene. You know, Charlie's still around, runs the Brewers Association.
In 1982 was the first Great American Beer Festival. Not many people were making beers that were distinctive and had flavor. There's 2,600 breweries in the country right now. How many brands? I dare to guess. It's like, tens of thousands.
My name is Gary Glass. I'm the director of the American Home Brewers Association. We're a not-for-profit association for amateur brewers in the United States. We have over 40,000 members now. Something that's unique about our beer culture here in the United States is that we have this vibrant homebrewing community, and it's through those homebrewers and their experimentation that has developed the craft beer scene that we have in the United States now. One thing that I would want to say about homebrewing, for people who aren't homebrewers, it's really easy. It's very easy to do, and you can, with the quality of ingredients and the equipment that's available today, you can get started from the get-go making really excellent beer your very first time. And it just gets better from there. So it's a very simple hobby to get into, but one that quickly can develop into a passion. And it's a hobby that makes beer. It'll make you really popular with your friends.
Master brewer Matt Whalen, who's my also co-founder and husband, started as a home brewer. I got into home brewing with him. Before that, I was just a really big craft beer fan. So yeah, it started in our kitchen.
I just saw the kits and I was like, oh, make your own beer, that's a pretty cool idea.
I was a home brewer for a very short time because I got a job right out of college, you know, and I studied chemistry, got my degree in chemistry.
I started out many years ago when I was in college. In my apartment in college, I started brewing. I was about 20 years old, so it was...
Starting as a home brewer is a route that can lead to a successful career as a brewer or opening a full-scale brewery. But when you're a home brewer and success comes fast, then it can take over your life. A fact Carrie Blackmore and Matt Whalen know all too well. When they opened the Good Nature Brewery tap room and brewery in Hamilton, New York, they were nearly overrun by their own success.
We opened in January 2012, and very quickly we're out of product. I mean, 2 weeks we were out of product. So we knew that we needed to expand. So we hit our 3-year projections in the first 3 months and decided to order a 7-barrel brew house. So the day before we got married in June 2012, all of the new equipment arrived. And
all of the equipment arrived the day before our wedding. So I think we were pretty close to getting a divorce before we actually even got married due to that circumstance. I was literally unloading thousands of dollars worth of equipment on a forklift that my wife didn't even know I knew how to drive.
I ran around and frantically measured the tanks to make sure that they were going to fit in the door at the brewery. So that's what we did the day before we got married. Got married very sunburned from that hot and sunny and sweaty experience. Took a day off and then went back to work physically installing the new equipment 2 days later.
So happy honeymoon.
Yes, yep. And people believed that we were on a honeymoon. But in fact, we just had shut down the brewery to install the new system.
With the success of the brewery, the tap room, and their distribution of Good Nature craft beer, expansion is once again on the horizon. Planning for construction of a new brewery on 5 acres located near Colgate University is already underway.
Did you think about this, like, however many years ago? Did you envision that this was going to be happening, or did this really just pop up? Like, was it a dream that came to fruition? Or?
I mean, it was definitely a dream, but never thought we would get this big this fast, or at all.
Good Nature Brewing is moving fast, so we decided to have them rewind a bit and look back to how it was in the early days when it all started.
There was a turning point when we said unequivocally, we are going to start a brewery, and this is what we're going to do. And I gave Matt the go-ahead to buy this little stainless steel conical fermenter, little 5-gallon or 10-gallon or whatever size it was, so that we could start actually brewing test batches in earnest. So that batch, which I believe it would have been September 2010, and it was an American Pale Ale. And it did not come out very well.
It actually came out pretty terrible.
Before that batch of beer, we decided we're gonna start a brewery, and that's when we made some of those investments in the homebrew system and made that first batch of beer. So you can imagine that after making what for me was a big decision, Matt, I think he was just thrilled that I was on board with the whole thing. You can imagine that when that batch of beer didn't come out very well, that I was feeling a little bad about the whole concept and maybe not as confident as we had felt the weeks before.
And how does that fit into your whole business plan?
This had nothing to do with our business plan. This was...
Well, as you can see, we've already created our next generation of laborers, so we're good to go.
After listening to many people tell me that there's no good time to have a family, we realized, okay, well, we're not getting younger and we're not getting less busy. We're just getting busier. So we decided that we were going to go for it, and we should have a family, because why not? Or we might miss the opportunity because things seem to be moving so quickly. And this is probably more information that you want for TV, but this happened a lot more quickly than we kind of even anticipated. So all of a sudden, it's like, bam, you're parents.
Just like the business.
Bam.